Have you ever stopped to wonder if what you believe about money is really yours? Or if it was planted there, generation after generation, like an invisible virus? How many times have you heard phrases like, "Money is the root of all evil," or "the rich lose their soul"? And worse, how many of those ideas have you absorbed without ever questioning them? If you feel like you work too hard and achieve too little, maybe the problem isn't your willpower. Maybe it's a silent inheritance that's been sabotaging your choices without you even noticing. In this video, you're going to discover how limiting beliefs passed from parent to child are keeping you stuck in cycles of scarcity, and more importantly, how to break free from them. If you're just starting your financial life, if you want to grow, achieve freedom, and live without the fear of thriving, stick with me until the end. Because understanding this could be the turning point between repeating the past or creating a completely new future. It all begins with the things you heard over and over again at home. Maybe it was something like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," "The rich lose their soul," or "Better to be poor and honest than rich and corrupt." These phrases, which seemed like innocent advice, were actually programming your mind. They came from the people you trusted the most: your parents, grandparents, uncles, teachers, and as a child, you absorbed them as absolute truth. Over time, these ideas became solid beliefs embedded deep in your subconscious. And even if you want to succeed, those beliefs are still running in the background, sabotaging decisions, making you feel guilty for wanting more, and creating an invisible ceiling you can never seem to break through. These beliefs create cycles. You get a decent job, start saving money, maybe even invest a little. But then something happens, an unexpected expense, a bad decision, a sudden impulse to blow it all as a reward. And just like that, you're back at square one. It feels like something keeps pulling you back. And the cruelest part? You start to believe this cycle is normal, that this is what adult life looks like. Working hard, living tight, and hoping there's something left at the end of the month. But that's not normal. That's conditioning. It's the effect of mental programming passed down to you unintentionally. And now it needs to be uninstalled. The human mind works like an operating system, and what you heard in childhood was the code that got installed. The constant repetition of certain ideas created neural pathways that reinforce automatic behaviors. If you were taught to believe money is dangerous, your brain will find ways to push it out of your life. Even if you read finance books, study investments, or try to start a business, those actions will conflict with your self-image, the one built on scarcity. And when your mind doesn't believe you deserve to prosper, it will find a way to make everything go wrong. Not because you want it to, but because that's how you were programmed. But don't worry, this system can be reprogrammed. And no, you don't need a miracle or an overpriced course to do it. It all starts with awareness. The first step is identifying which beliefs you inherited. Think about it now. What was the phrase about money you heard most often growing up? That phrase, which seemed harmless, could be the biggest obstacle between you and your financial freedom. The second step is to question it. Does this belief help or limit me? If it holds you back, it needs to be replaced. And that brings us to the third step: reframe it. Instead of "money is dirty," start repeating, "Money is a tool to build good." Instead of "I'm not cut out to get rich," say, "I'm learning to manage money wisely." It may sound simple, and it is, but when repeated with intention, the simple becomes powerful. Also, you need to expose yourself to the new. That means seeking different references, surrounding yourself with people who think in terms of abundance, watching content that reinforces a growth mindset, and even more important, document your progress, no matter how small, because your brain needs proof that this new reality is possible. And yes, there will be resistance. Your old mindset will try to pull you back to what's familiar. But every time you push through, you weaken the old programming. You're changing the record, creating a new internal script, where you're no longer the character stuck in the past, but the author of a new story. Now understand this. You don't have to repeat what you lived. Just because your family always struggled to pay bills doesn't mean you have to live under pressure too. Breaking away from these beliefs might feel like betraying your roots, but in reality, you're freeing your lineage. You're becoming the turning point, the link that decided to stop repeating patterns and start building legacies. And the most beautiful part? You don't need permission to change. You just need to choose. Choose not to carry what was never yours. Choose to prosper with awareness, with ethics, with purpose. Choose to be free. Before we wrap up, I want you to reflect on something. What was the strongest belief you inherited about money? The one that still echoes in your head when you think about growing financially? Write it down in the comments. Sharing is the first step toward transformation. And if this video made sense to you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and send it to someone else who needs to break the cycle too. Remember, financial freedom doesn't start in your wallet, it starts in your mind. And today you've taken a powerful step toward claiming yours.